Planning a SharePoint migration may be overwhelming for users due to lack of efficient SharePoint migration tool. This video tutorial guides how to perform an uninterrupted migration of data to SharePoint with Kernel Migration for SharePoint. Kernel Migration for SharePoint is a full-fledged migration tool that simplifies transfer of data between two SharePoint sites, on-premises and online. It supports easy connection with SharePoint tenant in source and destination. The process to migrate data using this tool is quite easy, and even a non-technical user can smoothly navigate through it. Apart from SharePoint to SharePoint migration, it supports migration of data from file server, Google Drive, OneDrive, and other cloud storage to SharePoint. Apply the advanced filters to migrate selective data with this tool. Here is the step-by-step explanation of data migration between two SharePoint sites. Launch Kernel Migration for SharePoint tool on your device. Here, you can add Windows File Server, Public Folder, SharePoint, OneDrive for Business, and Google Drive in the source. Go to the Source pane and right-click on SharePoint on-premises online. Select Add New SharePoint Site and then provide the credentials it asks for in the next wizard. Provide a project name, select Site Connection and then Connection Type. To migrate single site, select Add Single Site. To migrate multiple SharePoint sites, select Find, Add Multiple Sites. Choose Modern Authentication and provide Central Administrator Site URL, Client ID, Client Secret, Tenant ID and click OK. You can select or deselect all sites using Check All or Uncheck All options. Select as many SharePoint sites as you want and check accessibility. Once the status turns to success, click OK. Click Next, and then select No from the pop-up wizard with the message, "Do you also want to add this SharePoint server as destination?" Note, you can select Yes from the pop-up if migrating within the same tenant. A new project will be added to the Source pane. Now go to the Destination pane, and right-click on SharePoint on-premises or online and select Add New SharePoint Site. Enter the destination credentials and add the SharePoint site in the destination just the same way we did for the source. Both the source and destination are now connected. Right-click on any added site to edit or delete the source. Expand the project added in the Source pane and right-click on Site Name. Select either Copy or Copy to option to take the data to destination SharePoint site. A new Enter Source wizard will open. It mentions the source selection as source name, source URL, and source type. From this screen, you can edit source selection, remove selected source name or remove all added sources at once. As you click Edit Source Selection and change the source type selection from Site, List or Library, and Item Level, if required, and click Next. Click Next to continue. As you move ahead, now make the selection from Select Site Copy Options screen. It shows three options to migrate your SharePoint site. You can either migrate as a new active site, migrate as an existing site, or migrate as a new subsite of the current site. Choose your options and click Next. In the next screen, select Site URL from the drop-down arrow for the destination. Click on the Browse button to select the site or subsite URL from the list. Once selected, the tool will automatically fill the field site or subsite name. Now press the Next button to proceed. Select all the options that are applicable from Site Migration Options as well as Look and Feel. Click Next. Similarly, in the next wizard, choose the List or Library Migration options and hit the Next button. Select from the multiple item copy options. Overwrite file if exists. Upload the file only if target file exists and is older than the source file. Save without hierarchy. Include version. Apply all the filters that are required to make sure that only relevant data is taken to the destination SharePoint site. Available filters include Date Filter and File Filter. After selecting the filters, choose Migrate Permissions for all the items. Mark the box stating Remap Users or Groups. However, it is applicable only if the source user does not exist in destination. Once done, click Next. In the next screen, select Execute Immediate if you want to run the process immediately. Or select Schedule if you want to run the process later as per your convenience. You can schedule it to run once only or run on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. Go through the migration summary showing all the details, such as selected source, selected site migration copy option, selected site copy option, and others. Verify everything and click Next. This will begin the migration of content from SharePoint to SharePoint, displaying the real-time progress status of the process. Use the Stop Process button to halt or abort the process before completion. Once migration is complete, the tool will provide a complete summary of the process. Click Finish to exit the process. If you want to check the migration report, simply go to Show History on the menu bar of the home screen. Click on it and select your project to view the report and save it to CSV if required. Follow the given link to learn more about kernel migration for SharePoint. Have a great day.